Welcome. Today we're taking a specific source, the June 2019 Public Administration N4 exam paper, and really pulling out the key stuff you'll need.
Yeah, think of it as us doing the heavy lifting so you get the essential info fast.
Exactly. And for this session, our mission is pretty clear, especially for you public administration students getting ready for exams.
That's right. We're focusing squarely on that June 2019 N4 paper to help you really nail your preparation. It's going to be practical, focused.
Absolutely. We're zeroing in on three main sections from that paper: the Bill of Rights, the three spheres of government, and some key definitions. Think of it as your study guide cheat sheet.
A strategic approach, definitely.
Yeah. If you're new here, this is basically a quick introduction to what this channel is all about, which is really understanding, the whole public sector machine, how it works.
And if this sounds like your kind of thing, if you want to explore these topics more with us, well, hitting subscribe is probably a good idea.
Definitely. Yeah. Click that subscribe button. We've got plenty more planned.
And maybe give this video a like. It helps other people who are interested in this stuff find the channel.
Please do. It makes a difference.
So where should we start? Maybe the Bill of Rights? It's so fundamental.
Good call. It really is the bedrock of South African law, isn't it? Protecting everyone's basic rights.
It is. It guarantees those fundamental rights are, legally protected.
And the exam paper, it asks you to name 8 specific rights. So let's walk through the first 8 mentioned in our source. First up, equality.
Right, equality. Basically, it means everyone gets equal protection, equal benefit from the law, no discrimination.
Things like race, gender, age.
Yeah.
Essentially, the law applies the same to everybody.
Exactly. No unfair treatment based on who you are. It's foundational.
Building right on that, the next one is human dignity. What's the core idea there?
Well, it's about the inherent worth every single person has. You have a right to have that dignity respected, protected.
Linked to that inherent value is the right to life.
Yes. Simply put, everyone has the right to live. You can't be deprived of life arbitrarily.
Which is why murder is such a serious crime. It's the ultimate violation.
Precisely. It's about protecting existence itself.
Okay, so the fourth one. Freedom and security of the person. Sounds like it covers a couple of things.
It does. It protects you from arbitrary detention being held without good legal reason, and also from violence, torture.
So safety and personal liberty. You shouldn't be locked up without cause or subjected to violence.
That's the core of it, your right to be safe and free.
Number 5 is privacy. That feels very relevant today.
Hugely relevant. It's your right to not have your personal life, your home, your stuff interfered with without reason.
Like needing a search warrant.
Exactly. Authorities generally need proper legal permission to search your private space or belongings.
Got it. Okay, next. Freedom of religion, belief, and opinion. That's quite broad.
It is broad. It covers your conscience, your thoughts, your religious beliefs, or any beliefs, really, and your opinions.
And expressing them, too.
Yes, and expressing them. Avoiding discrimination based on religion as a key part of this.
But there's a flip side, right? A responsibility.
Oh, absolutely. You have the freedom, but you can't use it to harm others or, discriminate unfairly. It's freedom with responsibility.
A crucial balance. Then there's freedom of expression, which sounds similar, but maybe more specific.
It is related but distinct. Expression is more about the outward communication. Freedom of the press, media, speaking your mind.
Like the example of posting opinions about the government online.
Exactly. That falls under freedom of expression, but again, with responsibilities.
Right, avoiding things like hate speech. Okay, and the 8th one for the exam context, access to information.
Yeah, this one's about transparency. It means you have the right to ask for information held by the state, or sometimes others.
If you need it to protect your rights.
Precisely. If you need that info to exercise or safeguard one of your rights, the example was asking a public entity for info because of a concern.
Okay, makes sense. Now, the source material had some good advice about studying these.
It did. It really stressed that just knowing the names isn't enough. You've got to understand what they mean, like we've just discussed.
And it recommended getting the full Bill of Rights from the government website.
Strongly recommended it, yes. For that deeper, complete understanding. Really solid advice for anyone prepping for this N4 exam.
Definitely. Okay, let's pivot now to the next big area from that June 2019 paper, the 3 spheres of government.
Right, the structure. The Constitution lays out how South Africa is governed, dividing power into these 3 spheres.
And for the exam, you need to name them and explain what they do. So, sphere number 1.
That's the national government. It handles the big countrywide issues.
Like defense, foreign affairs,
Yep, and national economic policy, things like that. The presidency, national departments, they operate at this level, looking at the whole country.
Got it. The big picture stuff. So what's the next sphere down?
That would be provincial government. Each of the 9 provinces has one, and they manage issues specific to that province.
Okay, so things like education or healthcare in the Western Cape.
Exactly. Education, health services, overseeing local government within the province, those are provincial responsibilities.
Which brings us to the third sphere.
Local government. This is the sphere closest to the people, dealing with community-level matters.
Like, right?
Things like your water supply, sanitation services, rubbish collection, local roads, parks, that sort of thing. Your local municipality.
So if my bin isn't collected, I call the local municipality.
That's the one. It's about those immediate, everyday services.
And the source emphasized something important about how these spheres relate, didn't it?
Yes, very important. While they have different jobs, different functions, they're not totally separate. They're supposed to work together.
Towards a common goal.
Exactly. The overall goal is serving the people of South Africa. They need to cooperate to make that happen effectively.
That's key for the exam, understanding their interconnected parts of one system. Okay, final section from the paper. Definitions. Key terms.
Yes, understanding the language of public administration is crucial. The exam tests this.
First term up, government. How did the source define that?
It defined government as the system or the group of people in charge of running a community or state, national, provincial, local levels.
The ones making and enforcing laws and policies.
Right.
Okay, next key term, constitution.
The Constitution is defined as the set of fundamental principles, the established rules, basically, for governing the state.
So it sets up the structure, the government's authority.
And citizens' rights.
Right.
Exactly. It's the supreme law, the rule book that everyone, including the government, has to follow. It guides how the state should function.
The foundation for everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last definition, citizen.
A citizen is essentially a legally recognized member of the country, someone with specific rights and, importantly, responsibilities.
And they get the protections in the Constitution, like the Bill of Rights we talked about.
Precisely. Being a citizen means you enjoy those constitutional rights and protections. The source also mentioned how you become one, usually birth or meeting legal requirements if you relocate.
So it ties back directly to the rights.
Absolutely. It's a two-way street. The state protects citizens' rights, and citizens have duties towards the state and each other.
Right. So just to quickly recap our deep dive, focusing on that June 2019 N4 paper, we've hit 8 key rights from the Bill of Rights.
Explain the roles of national, provincial, and local government spheres.
And clarify definitions for government, constitution, and citizen, all directly relevant for that exam.
And understanding these isn't just about ticking boxes on the exam paper. It's fundamental knowledge for anyone going into public administration in South Africa.
Absolutely. It really comes down to seeing the connections between your rights, the way our government is structured, and what it actually means to be a citizen.
Yeah. So maybe as you continue studying, think about this. How do these concepts, rights, government structure, citizenship, actually play out in the real world? How will understanding them shape the way you approach your future role, serving the public?
That's a great question to ponder. How does this framework translate into action and responsibility in public service? Something definitely worth considering. Yeah, thanks for sticking with us. Hope it gives you a clear idea of what you can expect from us.
Our main lanes are definitely public administration and, importantly, public finance.
You'll find videos covering those topics, public management too, right here on the channel already.
So feel free to browse around. We've got quite a few discussions already up.
We really try to break down complex ideas, make them, understandable without dumbing them down.
And hey, if you found this intro helpful, another little nudge to like the video.
And subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you along for the ride.
Your support genuinely helps us grow.
It does. And we want this to be a conversation too.
Definitely. You can find us on social media. Just search for ConsultKano. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, drop a comment below, or if you're talking about this elsewhere, maybe use the hashtag ConsultKano. We'd love to see it.
We really would. Let's keep talking about this.
Okay, thanks again for watching this quick intro.
We really hope you'll join us for our next proper deep dive.
Yeah, looking forward to it. But until then, do check out some of the other videos.
Lots to explore.